I have played the Ashlands update for dozens of hours, and these are 41 things I wish I knew sooner, with the best saved for last. Let me know in the comments at which number you first learned something new. Let's dive into it. The water off the coast of the Ashlands is boiling hot and will burn the standard ships rapidly. To overcome the heat, craft the Artisan Press with the majestic carapace, formerly the Queen's Drop, enabling the recipe for the ceramic plate, the last needed ingredient for the mighty, heat-resistant Drakkar ship. Unsurprisingly, the water will also burn you after about 10 seconds sitting within it. There is a rough temperature gauge of a blurring effect on the edges of your screen, indicating that you are heating up. The flame metal armor you will craft later comes with heat resistance, which will reduce the damage taken from the boiling water as well as lava. When sailing to the Ashlands, you will likely damage your ship, colliding with the many jutting rocks on the treacherous journey. However, you can place a workbench on these rocks for a quick repair of your ship as you make your way. Barley wine is overrated and not as important as you think for the Ashlands. It will not save you from the lava, and only a couple creatures in the biome deal fire damage. That said, this is just my opinion. Mine the Aspen bones you found around the map, as the bone pieces will be used in a sweet furniture piece. Plus, vulture eggs can be found underneath used in high-level food recipes. The feather cape has been nerfed. It no longer provides frost resistance and is now very weak to fire damage. On the bright side, it now provides stamina reduction when jumping and increases your jump height. Wooden structures can now catch fire from either fire attacks, nearby campfires, or fireballs from the sky that are common during Ashland storms in the Ashlands biome. Plus, once on fire, the fire will spread to adjacent wooden build pieces. To stop the spread, destroy the flaming material. Fortunately, there is a device that will protect your base from falling fireballs. I will get into this in a future tip. You can extend this new fire spread mechanic to include other biomes outside of the Ashlands as a world modifier in the server settings. The recipe for the hot fishing bait required for catching the magma fish now requires a charred warrior trophy instead of a circling trophy. Smash ancient pots in the ruins and putrid holes. Inside, you can find pot shards used for crafting the green pot decoration pieces or valuable metal ingots. The dangerous Morgans spawn inside the putrid hole caves that you will find around the coast of the biome. Beware, as these often are not immediately present in the caves, but will unearth themselves from the ground shortly after you arrive. The flame metal columns are tricky to get to in the middle of lava fields. Craft basalt bombs and toss them onto the lava to generate temporary platforms, allowing you to jump your way to the flame metal column. Be wary though, as these only last a short time. Mine the flame metal quickly, as these deposits are alive like leviathans, and with every pickaxe swing, the column will have a chance to sink, disappearing forever. The Ashlands does not introduce new tools unlike other biomes, so the black metal axe and pickaxe are the tools to use. The green axefin, often spotted in the biome, are the sole new tameable creatures added in this update. They like to eat the 3 new vegetables in the biome in the smoke puffs, vine clusters, and fiddleheads. Use these to tame and breed them. When bred, they lay eggs. Pick up their eggs and teleport them out of the Ashlands to establish your farm in a different, more safe biome. Like the locks before them, Asphin are rideable should you craft the Asphin saddle. They are much faster than their locks and predecessors. Unfortunately, while they can run across lava, you will still take damage on their backs. To protect your base from fire damage, you can build a shield generator. These create a barrier that prevents projectiles from entering, such as arrows or fireballs from the sky. Over time, as they take damage, their power will decrease, indicated by their color. Blue being fully charged and pink meaning a low charge. After sufficient absorbed damage, the portal will dissipate. To power these generators, you must feed them bones in bone fragments and charred bones. Surprisingly, wither bones will not work. Mount the 3 trophies from the charred warrior, marksman, and warlock on connecting vertical mounts for a sweet skeleton like this. Only one of the 3 new vegetables can be planted and later farmed in the vine clusters. These can be planted in every biome except for the mountain. That said, for the Ashlands, they must be planted within the radius of a shield generator, otherwise they receive the text, "It's too hot." Vine clusters also require being adjacent to a wall to grow. Do note though, that the grouse stem walls appear not to work. I expect this may be patched in the future. Lightning and frost damage are the best elemental types to use in the Ashlands, as no creatures are resistant to them and have the most number of creatures vulnerable to these damage types. The boss location Vegvasir can be found either at the peak of large ruins or inside the interior of fortresses. I have a sweet strategy for easily getting into the fortresses a little later. Speaking of fortresses, siege weapons were added in this update to assist in conquering the fortresses in the battering ram and catapult. However, the catapult recipe is dependent on having the charred cogs wheel, only accessible as a drop from the Skug turrets on fortress walls. The Aspen cape allows you to run faster with the wind at your back. Weirdly, this does not work with Motor's Forsaken Power. Hopefully this is patched in the future. Craft the Ashen Cape as soon as you can, as it provides 12 armor at its base level. Every other cape in the game only provides 1 armor, making this cape a country mile better. Plus, it has sweet stamina consumption reducing properties. A new portal has been added in stone portals that enable the transport of all items, even metal ores and ingots, which had previously been restricted to ship trips. No more long boat trips with your buddies. But if you are planning on diving into the Ashlands with your friends, consider getting 30% off your first month of server hosting with that host using my link down in the description. A stone portal will still connect to a regular portal as long as their names match. Weirdly, if you have a teleportation preventing item in your inventory, you will be able to enter the stone portal end, not the traditional portal end. Ashland's weapons now have a new mechanic where base levels of most weapons can be augmented with gemstone, adding poison damage and a 20% chance to completely immobilize your foe with the jade gemstone. Add lightning damage and 20% chance to chain lightning to nearby enemies with the iolite, or add increased damage when at lower health with the bloodstone. You can find these gemstones as random spawns within charred chests inside fortresses. Unfortunately, only the new weapons in this biome can take advantage of the gemstones. When combining the base level of a weapon to its augmented type with the gemstones, it will reset the level of the weapon to 1, even if you have leveled up the base weapon, as is the case of my level 3 Needhogg, yielding a level 1 Needhogg the Bleeding. For this reason, do not upgrade the base weapons if you intend to augment them. While the Feather Cape has been nerfed, you can still have a little fun with the newly added catapult launching yourself across the map. Only 1 new furniture piece was added in this update, allowing you to achieve a higher comfort level with the lava lamp. With this lamp built, a comfort of 19 is now possible. Do not bother making the Aspen hood, as it offers no benefits over the flame metal helmet, with the flame metal providing more armor. Plus, the flame metal helmet looks way more badass. There are 4 new staves being added, with the troll staff being my absolute fave, allowing you to summon a flame troll. But beware, when finished destroying your foes, they will seek you out next. Rather than use siege weapons to break into a fortress, simply build a terrain wall with your hoe and jump over the wall. Ladders could work too. While the outer wall is too deep to dig under, you can dig under the inner wall for that sweet loot and bell fragments. Bell fragments are required to craft bells. You will need 3 bells to summon this biome's boss. You no longer need kilns in Valheim. Rather, build a stack of wood and burn it with the Staff of Embers, instantly converting your 50 wood stack to a 50 stack of coal. In general, burnt wood structures will now yield coal rather than returning their wood to the ground. There is a special new weapon in the Ashlands, of which only 1 can be crafted per server. To craft it, you need to find 3 mysterious locations that are added to your map when finding Vegetature stones found within putrid holes. At 2 of these locations, you will find a sword fragment on an altar protected by level 2 Chard, while at the 3rd, you will find Lord Rito's lair, the Ashlands mini boss. Defeat him to find the final fragment and craft the legendary Durnwind sword. This weapon looks incredible both in your hand and on your back. And if you learned something in this video, you'll surely learn something new in this full overview of the Ashlands biome on screen now.